She's everything he's always wanted, but more beautiful than he could imagine. The couple walk arm in arm down the long, empty pier, stars above and waves below. He knows he loves her because he's never felt more at peace than he has right now. And she laughs. Such a child. He thinks love is peace. Love makes people scratch and claw at each other until one quits or dies. There's nothing peaceful about it. So she says he has to do better than that. And he tells her he'd die 1,000 times over to be with her. Other men don't have devotion like that. They're near the end of the pier, with her squeezing him a little tighter, telling him he doesn't need to die 1,000 times. Sitting together on a bench, overlooking the Black Sea, she says once is enough. The Greeks called this place the river Styx, the underworld, but billions of souls later turned the river into an ocean. He cries because he's so grateful for death. After hanging himself in the land of the living, his mother cut him down and called an ambulance. EMS is currently trying to resuscitate her teenage son. His heart has stopped beating now for 2 minutes. "It's almost over," she says. "Check your pocket." And Matthew pulls out a small pearl from his coat. "What is this?" She gets up and leans against the guardrail, explaining that is his last bit of hope. And when he tosses it into the water, he'll go with her. Because hell is a hopeless place. He realizes now that the woman he's speaking to isn't death. She's the devil. "It's Hades," she says, "but close enough." The paramedics charge their defibrillators and begin shocking his heart. "Clear." They shock him again. Still nothing. Dread on his face, Matthew backs up slowly, then quickly turns when she appears in front of him, blocking his path. Pouting, the goddess of death asks what's wrong. "You don't love me anymore? You don't want to be together now?" He runs and she trips him, dropping the pearl, while she giggles as he desperately tries to grab it, rolling off the edge. No, before it falls in. Plunk. Matthew stares at his pearl sink. "I didn't mean to." The pier begins to shake as he stands up. Waves crash harder. Rain starts to fall. Thunder lights up the sky, and in the distance, a huge tsunami begins to form. "Clear," the paramedics shout before a third charge to his heart. A colossal wave gets bigger and starts rolling in faster. Matthew desperately dives into the ugly black waters, and in the darkness he sees his pearl of hope shimmer, and he starts swimming for it. But a cold, gray hand grips his ankle, then another grabs his wrist. Twisted souls of the damned dragging him down quickly. "He's alive," they hiss with pleasure at his full spirit. And Matthew realizes they're right. He is alive. So he kicks and punches wildly at the ghouls. "Get back," he shouts, thrashing free. They scatter as he focuses on his hope, sinking fast. He swims and swims, kicking harder and harder. He reaches out as far as he can until it's finally in his hand. Hades watches the water with fury in her eyes. And the paramedics turn off the defibrillator. Time of death, 6:00. Matthew suddenly sits up. 9, Jesus Christ! They need to check the vitals. And they ask him to open his grip to check his pulse. And a pretty pearl sits in his palm.